Hello and welcome to our video reflection for April Fool's Day. Very exciting, going to be talking about that in a moment or two. But I just wanted to show you my new fence. I'm very excited about my new fence. The man who's been putting it up for the last 2.5 days has finished. And this is it, behind me. Fantastic. The old one blew down in all the storms and yes, we've finally got round to actually being able to get a replacement. So thank you to the circuit stewards for sorting that out. I wonder if you can also see in the background a tree that's got a post up against it. That tree used to be horizontal. For some odd reason it hadn't grown vertically like it should, and it had been there ever since we moved in 7.5 years ago. And it flowers nicely, but it's weird because it just looks wrong. And so I took the opportunity of the fence not being there to dig down in the root ball and to lift it up to the vertical. And the man who was doing the fence helped me to dig a 2-foot hole down and put a big fence post in rather, and so it's propped up, and hopefully it will grow like that forever. And that's a good parable in itself, but it's not the one that I'm going to share with you today. I want to talk about April Fools. Don't know if you've already been pranked or if you've done a little jape on somebody else. You may remember fondly or otherwise things that have happened to you in the past. There's been all kinds of things on television. Starting in 1957, they had the Great Spaghetti Harvest. They said they'd had a bumper spaghetti crop and showed people picking spaghetti off branches, and lots of people apparently fell for it. There's been all kinds of things since then of dinosaurs roaming around and being filmed. Yeah, all kinds of strange and wonderful things. But I learnt that it started probably in 1582 in France. What had happened was that they decided to alter the calendar from the old Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. The Julian calendar had the new year at the spring equinox, which was around April the 1st. But they altered it to January the 1st. But of course, not everybody learnt in time. And so there were people still celebrating the new year on April the 1st, and everybody laughed at them, made fun of them. Some people even pinned pictures of young fish on their backs without them realising it. Young fish being easy to catch, gullible. So the French word for April Fool is Poisson d'avril, which means April fish. Now you've learnt something, haven't you? It's a special idea, this one of fool, for a Christian though. You may know that St. Paul wrote that we should be fools for Christ's sake. And that's been a very special theme through my ministry. It started when I did my postgraduate thesis on the pastoral implications of being a fool for Christ as a minister. And as an ordinary Christian, just going about trying to espouse different values from that of the world, doing things that other people think are odd or unwise, because they don't lead to the things that the world values, but which are more important in the kingdom of God. St. Paul obviously is writing knowing that there are Jews with their love of wisdom in the Old Testament and the prophets and the law with its systems and its knowledge and its tried and tested ways of what they thought were ways of holiness, and the Greeks who had their philosophers and their wisdom tradition and their secret knowledge and everything else. He's saying Christianity's not a rival. It's the opposite from that, because we centre ourselves on someone who was prepared to die on a cross. He's the ultimate fool. He's the one whom we follow, showing the world a very different way of working. So I encourage you today to, yes, enjoy April Fool, but to do something that may be a bit countercultural, a bit against the world's usual ways, a bit strange, a bit unwise maybe, and to explain to people why you're doing it. That you want to be showing a different set of values. Go on, have a go. Be an April Fool in the Christian sense of the word. And may God bless you.